Okay, so welcome everybody to our very first team meeting of 2018. I cannot believe it is the new year. It kind of like got here really fast and I was not completely prepared for it, but I really appreciate you guys being here. I know Marie is up in Tennessee with her frozen tundra spotty internet. We got people, let's see, we got Maine. I know Gretchen Quatici is probably freezing. Her took us off up in Maine. I think it's like 3 degrees there. And then there's a bunch of Florida girls here too. So we're all, bundled up because it stayed in the 40s today. So, it's the season. Look at that little dog that Marie's got. Oh my gosh. It's the cutest little dog. And then Stephanie's got some kind of giraffe thing wrapped around her neck. So I don't know what this is, like a neck pillow that's shaped like a giraffe. So I'm in my Christmas jammies as promised. And hey, Ryan. So I'm just really thankful that you guys are here. I know that, well, I don't know, but for me, I went live on the Great Love Nation page last night and kind of shared a little bit of my Christmas cocoon has just been like kind of slowly breaking open. And today I sent one kid went back to school, but Lawson and I were still, is anybody else having issues with audio? Nicole, you might want to log back out and log back in. Sometimes that helps. Yeah, use the chat for if there's anything that pops up, feel free to hop into the chat. But anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to crack out of my cocoon but it was such a cold, blustery day that Lawson and I did a lot of snuggling. He told me his New Year's resolutions were, well, Barrett said his New Year's resolution, he's my 8-year-old, that every day was going to be his birthday. So we've been wishing him happy birthday and giving him his birthday paddles every day, which I don't think he knew was part of the deal. So now Lawson's New Year's resolution is to give Barrett birthday paddles every day and also to give kisses and hugs and snuggles. So I'm so on board with that as a New Year's resolution, or New Year's revolution, actually, is what my kids keep calling it. So it's just, you never know what you're going to get from the mouth of adorable children. But hopefully you have, started slowly churning into this new year. And January is always one of those hard months to like get the wheels spinning again, because you have all this crazy momentum from November. Amazing things happen. You feel like you just like Black Friday and you're selling without even like trying, and you've probably got lots of parties, and you probably had the best month of the year in October or November. And then you get to December and it's exciting for a couple of weeks, and then it comes to like this screeching halt. And it's amazing how quickly when your business slows, how quickly it feels like really hard to get going again. And I always, now I've been through a handful of January, so I kind of understand this feeling. But if this is your first January, you might be like, what is going on? Where's my business? How do I get back going? What's happening? But I can assure you, and those who have been through a January before can assure you that spring will come, that people will shop again, that people want to do parties, and they want to do them actually pretty quickly. And that's why it's great that our catalog launches this month, because it gives you that kind of catalyst into the next season, which, even though it's cold and dark and cocoonish where we are, very quickly, just in the next couple of weeks, things are going to really start to blossom. So if you're feeling a little like, oh my gosh, my business is like at a standstill, it's okay. Just trust me. And if you've been through this before, yeah, comment below or comment on the chat, like give some encouragement for people that maybe this is their first time going through a January, that it will be okay. So I've got a PowerPoint. I'm going to, let's see, go through the PowerPoint, a couple of just general reminders, and then some specific things for January. We've also got Veronica here tonight and Veronica's team. Veronica's ill, so she's muted and she's in her cocoon. She's muted and got her video off. But thank you guys for being here tonight. This meeting is going to continue to be the first Tuesday of every month, 8 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. This is our monthly team meeting. And so I just encourage you to mark your calendar and show up, because I'll be here, and we'll, you know, hopefully you'll find value and use in the things that we go through every month. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Sorry, I can't do multiple things at the same time. Okay, share screen. PowerPoint. Share screen. Okay. So, can everybody see that? I can't see the chat. Your screen sharing has paused. Hold on. Zoom share. There we go. Okay. Oh no, why is it? Can you guys not see that? Hold on. No, okay.
Mine says Erin Woods has started screen sharing.
Okay. Can you see my screen when I do that? No? Okay, so let's try this. All right. Share screen. Oh my goodness. I've never had an issue with this before. Hold on. There. Is that working?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Now I can't see you guys at all now, so you just have to tell me if something crazy happens. Okay, so so this is our PowerPoint. We're gonna talk about, obviously spring is springing. That's a big thing for January. So let's jump right into this. So, and Tracy Warren, I'm gonna have her pop in towards the end, but I want to start off, obviously this is the new year, and the big question that people always ask is like, what's your word of the year? I don't know when that started, but that definitely became a thing, you know, a couple years ago, and everybody had to have a word of the year. So I don't know if that works for you, go for it. If not, I do believe very strongly in reflecting and taking some time to think about, you know, where you've come in the past year and where you want to go. Robin Sayers posted this on Instagram yesterday, and it's a great F. Scott Fitzgerald quote. For what it's worth, it's never too late to be whoever you want to be. There's no time limit. Start whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to this thing. We can make the best or the worst of it, and I hope you make the best of it. I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you've never felt before. I hope you meet people who have a different point of view, and I hope you live a life you're proud of. And if you're not, I hope you have the courage to start over again. And I love that, because I think that in life and in your business, it's never too late to reinvent, to renew, to start something different, to make a change. So I'd love for you to think about, you know, what you'll resume in this new year. Maybe last year you were doing something that you felt really good about in your business, but as the year wore on, you kind of lost it a little bit. Maybe you weren't on top of it as much as you were before. That you want to get back to that. Maybe it's related to your business. Maybe it's related to your life. But what will you resume this new year? What will you surrender? I think that's a really important thing to think about too. And I've been listening a lot to Jenny Blake, and she talks about like surrendering things on your to-do list that they just linger there, you know, day after day or week after week. And maybe it's time to just say, if I don't do this thing, this activity, will the world stop? Or is this something that I just need to surrender and say, this is just not a priority, or this doesn't fit into my values? So what's something that you're going to stop doing? Maybe that you're going to surrender, you know, beating yourself up over not having a certain amount of bookings or parties, or, you know, just letting go of you know, that feeling in your business. You know, there's a lot of different ways to surrender things, and it can be really freeing. And then what will you love about your life and your business in 2018? Those are the things that I've been thinking about. And I would just encourage you, to spend a little time in reflection and find a good podcast, find something that gives you, gets those juices flowing again and helps you come out of that cocoon or wherever you are. And again, Tracy's going to talk about this in a little bit. Good grief. There we go. Some things that are coming back in the new year. Next Monday, the Monday Wake Up Call is starting back again with our very own JoLynn Grobert from Love Rising. She's going to be speaking about sponsorship. If you guys have not checked out the Monday Wake Up Call, they are every Monday at 11 a.m. and then they're available from 11 a.m. on to listen to the recording. So you certainly don't have to listen to them live, but maybe something that you start doing in 2018 is, setting a little reminder on your phone sometime during the day on Monday to listen to the Monday Wake Up Call. And make that kind of an accountability to help you, stay connected, get energized, get, excited about your business, hear from somebody that's out there in the field doing great work, or from one of our founders, but make that an easy way to connect to your business right at the beginning of the week. And so the first one of 2018 will be with my dear friend JoLynn, and it'll be next Monday at 11 o'clock. I wish I could see the chat. Okay. Oh, now I can see the chat. Okay. Yeah, Marie says she listens every Monday. Ooh, I like that you guys are sharing your words. Awesome. Okay. All right. Inspiring hope and creating change. I have not done the recap of December yet. Coming soon, but we had a great month and lots of people in the $1,000 Club. We recognize as a company through the Inspiring Hope program everybody who gets that $1,000 mark with a really beautiful postcard. I have my collection over there. I managed to get 12 this year, which I was really proud of. December was a little bit of a stretch, but I got there. And they're all pictures of artisans, and they're signed by a founder. So they're a really special thing to have, a really cool thing to go for each month. And that will continue in 2018. So if you've never gotten one, now's the time to maybe that's something you're going to go for in 2018, is getting some Inspiring Hope postcards. The Creating Change tassel bracelets will also be continuing in 2018. Everybody you sponsor, every new compassionate entrepreneur you bring into this amazing sisterhood to help her start her business, you get a tassel bracelet to represent that change that you're creating in the artisan's life, but also in her life. Because when you share the opportunity, you are creating change in somebody else's life. I think about what my life would have been like 5 years ago, what the last 5 years would have been like if I hadn't had Trades of Hope. My life has completely changed. And I'm so thankful that somebody shared that opportunity to be a compassionate entrepreneur with me. So we're creating change in the world, but we're also creating change for the women that we're bringing in and sponsoring into this business. So those are both amazing, awesome programs that are going to continue into 2018. Okay. Also happening in January, somebody already mentioned it, but we are, let's see. 12 for 12. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry, I got a little behind on the chat. The home team is doing Double Hostess Rewards, which again, if you're new, Double Hostess Rewards is awesome. It isn't something that we have kind of begged for January. It's been a couple of years since we've had it in January, and it makes January a lot more doable. Sometimes it can feel, like I said, a little hard to get the ball rolling again. That's why I tried to warn you about it, back in early December, make sure you get some parties on your calendar for January. If you didn't do that, that's okay. I mean, Karen said she booked 3 today. There's still plenty of time to book parties in January, and what makes it an easier pitch is this Double Hostess Rewards. Parties can be set up now in the back office, and you'll see there's a special in the drop down where you set up parties. There's a special little spot for January parties, and they must be closed by January 31st to get those double rewards. The party can be just a minimum party of $150, so they get double rewards at any level, which is awesome. And there is now a frequently asked questions document in the toolbox for Double Hostess rewards. And I looked at it today, it's a PDF. And so if this is feeling uncomfortable to you or you have some questions, go to that document, open it up, look through it. And I'd imagine all of your questions will be answered. The kit coupons cannot be doubled. So if you have a hostess who's wanting to join with her hostess rewards, it's not like she gets double rewards to go towards her kit. So if she has a $600 party, she gets that $100 reward, and that can go towards her kit. But it wouldn't be a $200 reward if it were double hostess rewards. So hopefully that makes sense too. But yeah, double hostess rewards are the bomb, and they're awesome. So hopefully you are using that. Okay, next thing is, of course, the big word on the street is our spring catalog, which is launching to the public and to compassionate entrepreneurs on January 13th. We will have sneak peeks at Leadership Retreat next weekend on that Friday, January 12th. So I would imagine there will be a little bit of leaking, probably on the Love Rising page, probably on the Great Love Nation a little bit, because we just can't resist sharing the excitement. So you will probably get to peek at it, but it doesn't go live officially until that Saturday morning, January 13th. But you can pre-order your catalogs right now. Yeah, awesome. Pixel 2XL, whoever that, I don't know who that is. I'm assuming that's not your name. But yeah, you can order your catalogs now. They won't ship out until the 12th, but you can have them pre-ordered and then they'll ship out. So hop in and, hey, Donna. Okay, cool. Go ahead and pre-order your catalogs right now from your CE store. Super fun. Also for new CEs, if you have a CE that joined yesterday or today, since January 1st, she will get fall catalogs in her kit. But then when the new catalog is released on January 13th, she will be sent a set of new catalogs as well. So it's kind of a cool thing, because then you have those like extra catalogs to leave around town. And, you know, it's always nice to have catalogs on hand. I'm not sure about that question, Marie. She said, can we pre-order and pick up at Leadership? I know you can buy them at Leadership. So you may just want to wait and do that. That's what I'm going to do. And I don't know if you noticed in the back office, in the marketing graphics section, there are these beautiful teaser graphics. I changed some cover photos in some of my Facebook groups and stuff, and I'm using these graphics. So they are available, the high resolution, back in the marketing section of your toolbox. So spring catalog. All right. Okay. Next thing, the other thing that happens when we have a new catalog come out is, of course, a lot of products that are going to be discontinued. So they released the list a couple days ago. So if you go into the home team updates and scroll down like 3 days, you'll see the discontinued list. You also should have gotten it in your feed email, and it's also posted in the Facebook group, the main Trades of Hope CE page. So just some things about discontinued items that I wanted to share with you guys. I stopped displaying discontinued items once the new catalog comes out. So I don't actually have any parties between now and when the spring catalog launches. So what I'm in the process of doing is taking my party bag and pulling out any products that are on that discontinued list. And then when I get my new spring products, I'll put those in to my trays and everything, and only display things at parties that are currently available in that catalog. That's how I do it. I feel like it keeps it simple. If somebody's looking at something in the catalog, they can find it, or, it's not, oh, this is online, or, it doesn't create confusion. But you can continue to sell those products. And certainly if you have a party between now and when the new catalog launches, you can sell all of those items out of the fall catalog. You can also sell things off your table at parties. So you might have like a small area of your display that is discontinued items. So then people know that they can just buy those right off the table that night. You can also obviously use them for vendor events, for booking incentives. I love using discontinued items for like auction baskets and things like that. So they are very, very useful. So if you find yourself with a lot of the discontinued items, that can be great. There are a lot of different ways to use them. If anybody has other ideas for how you use and kind of manage discontinued items, pop that into the chat. because I think that it's a great, I see it as a great thing. So any other ideas for discontinued items? Yeah, so I'm going to pause right now. And dare I stop sharing? I'm going to stop sharing for a minute so I can see everybody. If anybody has any questions about the new spring line, discontinued items, how it all works, please pop that in the chat or raise your hand because I can see everybody now and I can call on you. Or anything, Veronica, maybe that I missed about the spring catalog launch. Ryan says, I have a few pieces that I've labeled with the price and item number, so if someone likes it and wants it, they can add it to their order form without a lot of confusion or hassle. That's a great idea too, especially in those first transitional weeks from the old catalog to the new catalog. If you've got some of those pieces that you want, that you know are available online and you're at a party, go ahead and label them so people could add them to their order form. Great idea, Ryan. Anybody else have anything, any questions about, Veronica, go ahead, I see you coming on.
I came out from hiding. The only I hate when things are being recorded because it's not like I can just come out and talk to you guys. It's forever recorded, but whatever. It's for the good of the sisterhood. No, I was just going to talk about just a blip of how, a lot of people can't afford to get all of the products. And so how do you decide which products to get? So for me personally, there's a couple things that I think about. Are there any new countries represented, new stories that are particularly powerful? Is there anything that you absolutely love, like you just love that piece and you want to wear it and you want to show it and you're so excited about it? Those go on the top of the list. Any higher price items I like to have on hand, because if I'm going to spend, like the Odyssey bag, if I'm going to spend $115 on a bag as a guest, I want to make sure that I see it, touch it, look at it. I'm not going to do that blindly. And
just a note to that, I didn't do that when I first started. Like I didn't buy any of the big bags because I thought they were too big to display and I didn't want to lug them around. But then as soon as I had like a Bombay tote, I think was the first one that I ever bought. And, it was like a $70 tote bag. I started selling them. And so I realized just like that, like you said, like if you have it, people will buy it. And I'll never forget Gretchen saying something to me about that. Like, you really should have those at your parties. And I'm like, no. But then as soon as I did, I started selling them. So yeah, that's I have learned the hard way about that one. So yeah.
Yeah. And then one more thing is, and this is a little bit hard if you're not going to be at leadership, but we can share this information with you. If some things just look way better in person than they do in the catalog. And our graphics are amazing and our pictures are like, they've come so far and they're gorgeous, but sometimes you just can't capture the beauty of something on the paper. And so those items also, keep an eye out for us saying, oh my gosh, this one's so much prettier in person, because you want to have those on hand because then people will be able to see the true beauty of it. So just some tips. Don't feel like you have to get everything, be wise in your spending and be, whatever your budget is, make sure that you're keeping your business in mind. This is something you want to be able to look at long-term and not regret, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have bought all the things, even though it's,
it's hard,
tempting. There are ways to get products, having a party, using your hostess rewards. There are ways to get product, having fundraisers, that you're not necessarily going to be spending all your commission on your new products. So just some little tidbits that I've picked up over the years.
And Stephanie asked if she could use her 25% off. Wait, can I buy a new catalog item with my Smart Start coupons at 25%, not the special new catalog one-time price? How does that? I see people nodding no.
I don't know anything about a 25% off anything.
I think she means, can you buy them at like the regular CE price, not the kit builder price with the coupon?
I want to say that, sorry, hi, it's Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
I believe that Barbara Hope had posted in the Facebook group at some point, maybe in December, that because the kit builder coupons couldn't be used, the Smart Start coupons couldn't be used on kit builders anymore. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that you couldn't buy the new products.
Right.
It was just that you couldn't get them at 50% off using the coupon, but you still get your CE discount.
Absolutely. Yes. So hopefully that answers. Yeah, there is a new coupon policy.
I think you have to just contact customer service to do that.
Yeah. So if you're using a Smart Start coupon to purchase Kit Builder or new spring pieces, and yes, you do need to contact customer service to place your order. It's just it was a sustainability thing and a system thing. They couldn't prevent it from going through, but it really, it's not a good thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I didn't even mention Kit Builder. So if you're a new CE and you're like, what are they talking about? Every time a new catalog comes out, all of the new pieces in the collection are offered to compassionate entrepreneurs at 50% off, and that's called a Kit Builder. And it's usually for about a month period, starting, so it'll probably start January 13th and run through like February 13th, where you'll be able to purchase pieces from the new collection at 50% off. So yeah, and ditto to everything that Veronica said. I was super, super conservative when I first started. I really only bought like things that I knew I loved and knew I would wear. And like she said, you'll hear people kind of raving about certain things, and those might be the ones you want to get. But I definitely did not buy everything new that came out. I will say that the spring catalog goes from now until August. So it is a long stretch of a collection. We'll have a summer line, like a small collection that'll come out towards like the May, June time. But this is really, it's not like the fall where it's only from August to December. It's a much shorter time. This is a long stretch. So if you did want to invest a little bit more, this is the collection to invest in, because you will be displaying these products essentially for the next 9 months. Cool. Any other questions about the spring launch? Summer stuff, only online, not a separate catalog. It's been a little different every year, but typically it's an insert that you purchase, kind of like, well, when you haven't been around that long, Stephanie, it'll be like an insert to the catalog. So it's like a one-page kind of brochure that you slip into the catalog. Should there be a man outside your window? That's my husband. Hi.
Hi.
I guess he was trying to be sneaky, but you could see his reflection in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's inside. He's not outside, but yeah, no, he's just skulking around in his Christmas jammies too. So, okay. So I'm going to go back to screen sharing, hopefully a little more successfully this time. And here we go. Okay. Did that work? All right. I think it worked. All right, next up.
Yes.
Good.
Just so you know, we can see your chat box too.
Oh, you can? Oh. Well, I need to see it.
It's not a big deal. Just,
okay.
Just so you know.
I just so I don't put it like right over the words. Okay. So this is, sorry, John, he said I'm talking really loud. Am I talking really loud? I'll talk quieter. Okay, so this is kind of fun. There is a new marketplace item coming soon. So keep an eye out in January, possibly the 10th day. You didn't hear that here. The marketplace, if you haven't ever noticed it before or know what that is, it's a section of our online store. It's just on the website. It's not part of the catalog, but it's where we can feature smaller artisan groups, limited quantities of products. I put this picture of the Rangina kimono because that was a really hot marketplace item last year. The Susie cosmetic bag is something in the marketplace that I love. I buy those all the time as gifts. We had the Madagascar set come through the marketplace. So yeah, we have something, a new thing. I have no clue what it is, honestly. I can say that with total truth. But I do know when it's coming out. So be on the lookout for that sometime in January. And they are available for Hostess Rewards if you have a party in the next few weeks, and definitely in January. They might be able to get one of those marketplace items. And yeah, it's just a really cool way to work with smaller groups and kind of test out some new products. So if you have a guess of what it might be, Marie said hopefully a new kimono. I would love that, but I really have no clue. But if you have a guess, or you have a artisan group that you'd like to see featured, you can pop that in the chat, and we'll see what comes. It'll be very exciting. Okay, Vision Trips. Hopefully you've heard that Vision Trips for 2018 have been announced. They are open to any compassionate entrepreneur who has a lifetime rank of advanced CE and above. The qualification period began December 1st. To go on a trip, you just need to be an ACE. You need to earn 4 points, and you earn points by sales. Every $500 in sales is a point, and every compassionate entrepreneur that you sponsor is 2 points. So once you have 4 points starting from December 1st and you are an advanced CE, then you can go in the back office and purchase your spot for one of the 8 trips for 2018. There's still tons of trips out there, tons of spots left. There's over 120 spots available this year with the way that they're doing the trips. So if you want to go, there is tons of time to make this happen. So think about that, pray about that. Vision Trips are amazing. Yeah, look at this picture. These are our ladies. This was the Great Love Nation Team Hope trip. And so they'll tell you, I'll tell you, and so many people on this call went on this trip, and yeah, it's amazing. So make it a goal and go for it. Get your spot. Inspire 2018. We were just talking about this. Ryan said that the flights from Southwest were, there was a really good Southwest sale going on right now. So maybe you need to check out Southwest Airlines and book your flight to come to Orlando in August for Inspire. This is our big annual retreat. Early bird pricing just ended on December 31st. So now we are in, they're calling it advanced ticket price, which is $159. It is going to go up again at the end of March or on April 1st to $179. So the more you wait, the more the ticket costs. And they just put the link up for the Shingle Creek Hotel. The hotel is $159 a night, which ends up being a total of $80 for the whole weekend when you have 4 roommates. And you will have 4 roommates because that's just how retreat goes. So yeah, plan to go to Inspire, get your ticket now. If you've already got your ticket, say, I've already got my ticket, and I've already got my ticket, and I'm super excited. Inspire is amazing. Yep, awesome. Yay. Smart Start 2018. We had some changes to Smart Start that I think are really, really cool. They're just little tweaks, but it's going to help as you sponsor this year and bring, get people going in their business. Smart Start is one of the best things that we have. Tools and motivators and for brand new compassionate entrepreneurs. And I love the changes, and it really puts more focus on sponsoring, which is the key to creating change in the world and creating sustainable jobs and changing lives and impacting our mission. It's sponsorship. That's why our theme this year is sponsorship as a Great Love Nation, but more about that in a minute. And also to put more focus on sustainability, both for the company, for the artisans, and for you, as a brand new compassionate entrepreneur, anybody that has done the Smart Start and did everything you could do and got that $10,000 goal, to do that in a 3-4 month period is a lot. I've seen compassionate entrepreneurs, brand new compassionate entrepreneurs, complete that Smart Start and be really tired at the end of it. And so this way, this new program kind of extends that and makes it a little more sustainable for you, and then also for the company and for the artisan. So this is only in effect for people that join starting January 1st, 2018. So if you joined and you're still in your Smart Start, you're still part of the old Smart Start, which is an amazing program. Many of us have gone through it. A bunch of us got to do the restart last year. So we've been through it. It's awesome. Go for it. I know a bunch of you guys achieved the bikes and the scholarships. So, but this is for new people that you're bringing on in 2018. So the one change the enrollment month's the same, the first full month's the same. The second full month, there's just one little change. Instead of giving food to 3 Angels Orphanage for a month, we are now providing a month's worth of lunches to a child at the 3 Angels Christian Academy, which many of us have visited. Many of us have kids that we sponsor there. Sure. But this is a teeny tiny little change to the Smart Start. So the chicks are still the same, $100 coupons, the water wheel. It's just one little change here with what you give in the second month of your Smart Start. So that's the change there. And then there's a couple more changes to what happens next. Okay, so I tried to point them out. So first of all, like I said, there's more of an emphasis on sponsoring. So now, during your enrollment, first, second, and third months, if you achieve, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, but I'm circling it with my mouse. If you add 2 people to your team over the course of that enrollment month 1, 2, and 3, and you also have $5,000 in PRV over the course of that enrollment in month 1, 2, and 3, then you will donate that bike to a girl in Cambodia, and you will get a $250 Trades of Hope coupon, which is amazing. Now, those 2 people that you sponsor don't have to end up being qualified. You just have to sponsor 2 people. And it even the new Smart Start poster is going to have a spot for you to put their names. And then that's kind of the end now of like Smart Start Part 1. So just like the old Smart Start, enrollment months 1, 2, and 3. Boom, you donate your bike, you sell $5,000, you sponsor your first 2 people. You've really gotten your business up and running. Then this is the really cool part. It doesn't end. You actually have a chance to do, it's like Smart Start Part 2, the continue on. So during months 4 through 10, if you add 4 more people to your team and you do $10,000 in PRV during that time period from 4 through 10, then you donate that school or scholarship to a little girl in Haiti for a whole year, and you get a $500 coupon for Trades of Hope. And if you have done that, and if you've brought somebody on who has achieved this, then you have created a much more sustainable long-term business. You've now been a compassionate entrepreneur for 10 months, and you've sponsored 6 people to your team. You are rocking and rolling, and you really have a business. And I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So I think that that's really exciting. Now I can see that people are asking questions. The new sponsorship posters will hopefully be available very soon. Yes, Ryan, the 4 join in months 4 through 10. So anybody that joins in that first part of the Smart Start doesn't count for the 4 through 10. Yeah, I know. You asked me a question and I didn't know that it was there. So yeah. All right. Back to my PowerPoint. From current slide. Okay. So just to review, Smart Start changes, tweaks to the sponsorship requirement. It's really simplifying by taking out the whole, anybody that you sponsor has to be qualified for you to get the coupon. Took that out altogether. Adjusted the coupon amounts to be more sustainable for Trades of Hope. Lengthened that $10,000 goal to help your new compassionate entrepreneur have impact beyond that first Smart Start period, to really have a longer term Smart Start program. And then those of you that are in your Smart Start now, you're part of those Facebook groups. Those will continue into 2018, but only for that like Part 1 of the Smart Start. So I see that somebody said something in the chat, but did the question get answered? No additional incentive for sponsorship. Well, the additional incentive is that you don't get the bike and you don't get the scholarship unless you sponsor in conjunction with the PRV. So the additional incentive is the incentive that it's a coupled goal now instead of just PRV. Does that make sense? Okay, so any other questions about Smart Start? Okay, I'm gonna close the chat. So I mentioned this last night. I did a video on the Great Love Nation page. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, go check it out. It's not very long. But I talked about how 2018, our focus as a Great Love Nation is really gonna be for our mission. And the greatest impact that we can have on our mission is sponsorship. And I'm going to work really, really hard. I shared last night on the Great Love Nation that my words for this year are fresh and new. And I really want to work hard on creating a fresh perspective, new inspiration, new confidence, new equipping related to sponsorship to really help you go beyond where maybe you've ever gone before in sponsorship this year in 2018. And as a team, as a nation, I want to push ourselves and do things that we've never done before, and do things that maybe seem crazy or impossible. But by the time we get to this time next year, we can look back and say, look what we did. Look how we impacted our mission. Look how we grew the marketplace for our artisans and created more jobs because we were asking more people about joining and being compassionate entrepreneurs. And that's really what sponsorship is all about. It's about asking. And I know that sounds really simple and can be harder than it looks. But I have created this new event in collaboration with the leadership of this team. And so Legacy is now Ignite Hope. And I'm super excited about it. Thank you, whoever said you liked the picture. I like the picture too. Because that's really what it's about. It's about igniting hope within the hearts of the artisans, within the hearts of women around this country who want to do something that feels significant, that feels bigger than themselves. And like I said last night in the video, I bet if I asked you, 99% of you would say you joined because of this mission, because you loved the idea of helping women out of poverty by doing something that felt significant and big, for a problem that maybe, do you think about impacting global poverty from where you are, in our daily lives? Seems like a crazy idea, but then to know that there actually is a way to do that, that ignites hope and fire and love and passion in me. And I know that it does for you. And all we have to do is ask other people if they want to be a part of that. Do you want to be invited to this Ignite Hope event that's happening on Facebook? So I'm going to challenge you to invite 5 people to our brand new opportunity event in Ignite Hope, which is going to be this Sunday, January 7th at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I'm going to try to post it to create the event tomorrow. I want to make sure I've got my ducks in a row. And so I'll share that so you can ask your upline manager or director to invite you. And then I'm going to challenge you to invite 5 people to that event. And start with, your past hostesses and anybody who shopped with you in like October, November, December. So people that kind of have Trades of Hope fresh in their minds. Anybody that you met at a party. I don't know about you, but I keep all my party receipts and make little notes on them. Anybody that expressed the slightest bit of interest or cried a little bit at your party presentation, send them a message and keep it simple. There shouldn't be anything complicated about sponsorship. It should just be speaking light and hope into other women. Hey, Sarah, this is Erin Woods with Trades of Hope. Happy New Year. I want to see if you'd like an invite to our Ignite Hope event to learn about being a compassionate entrepreneur. I think you would love it. And the event is short, informative, and impactful. It's this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can hop on live or check it out next week. Let me know if you're interested and I'll add you. Thanks. Send out some of those messages and see what you get. So go for 5. That's my challenge. And let's see if we can start off this year pushing our boundaries a little bit, pushing our comfort level a little bit, and igniting some hope as we begin this new year. Good grief. Okay, I think that was it. The last thing was just an overview. So, questions, copy and paste that note. Absolutely, I will post it. I'll post it. So I want to invite Tracy Warren to give us a little, speaking about, our theme of sponsorship and maybe cracking open some limitations or things that we put on ourselves in the past. Tracy's kind of the expert in, opening yourself up, changing the way that you maybe think or perceive about something. And so Tracy's going to talk to us a little bit about kicking off this new year strong. So Tracy, welcome. And I will put it in speaker view. So it's all you.
Hey, hi ladies. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm super excited to be on the first call of the new year and have just a couple, have just a couple of really clear, I need to figure out what button to look at, clear ideas, I guess, for you guys as you are looking at what you want to accomplish in this new year for your Trades of Hope business. The first that Erin already started talking about was celebrating 2017. No matter how big or small your successes were in 2017, that gratitude is where your success in 2018 begins. And so even if you started this business today, you have already been impacted by it in some form or fashion, and that can be celebrated. So again, it doesn't matter how long you've been around, you have something to celebrate. This business has made a positive impact on you in some way, and you've done something, no matter again how big or how small, that you can celebrate. So success breeds success, and that is part of why that celebration is so crucial. And to give yourself a pat on the back and really get fired up, jump up and down. I'm actually going to buy one of those personal trampolines for my birthday this month to have, and just be able to go and bounce some energy off and increase that level of excitement at any time. So that is number one, is the celebration. Number two is, who do you need to become in order to achieve the things that you have in your heart for the business this year? Don't get into your head about it. If you're in your head, you're dead. Allow your desires and your goals for 2018 to come from the heart and speak those aloud. But who would that person who is achieving those things, who are they? What are the types of activities would they do? In a month or in a week and in a day? What types of messages would that person send? How many messages would that person send? What types of people would that person speak to? And so you really start to embody the person that would be likely to achieve those things, okay? And then, what is your plan to become that person? If you haven't read Miracle Morning, I love to send people there first to start their growth journey, but have a plan in place. Showing up, obviously you've already made a commitment to grow because you're here listening to the call, but have a plan in place for your growth. That's super important. It doesn't just happen. It has to be intentional. And then what I would love for you guys to do, number 4, is to think about times in your life, doesn't have anything to do with Trades of Hope, but think about times in your life that you have stretched those muscles of just doing something hard. And we've all gone through hard times. We've all done things that when we've been proud of ourselves. And just brain dump that list of when you've shown up strong. Because we've all done it. And if we've done it in the past, we can do it again this year, and we can apply that person and who we showed up as, that strong person, to our Trades of Hope business. So, there are a couple, for example, that I pull out in my own life. I did a home water birth, and that was a time when I had to really be strong and be, in my head and in my heart, the very best to pull it off. Another time was, running a half marathon. I felt like a beast at the end, and so think of those times when you've done things. Maybe you're the first person to graduate college in your whole family. That's a really big deal. So think back on those times when you felt completely invincible. Write those things down. And I would challenge you, there's a lot of good vision boards out there. There's a lot of vision boards that just collect dust and don't mean a thing. Put those pictures of the times when you were a freaking rock star. Put those on the vision board to remind yourself of that person that you have already inside of you that needs to show up this year. Because that person that you want to become, that's already in you. You just have to pull it out at the right times with consistency. And then give that person a name, an alter ego name. We talked about mine last in the car. We've been traveling this weekend, and we decided on Turbo Trace 2.0. So that is the rock star that is within me that is coming out this year, Turbo Trace 2.0. And there's of course meaning to that, because I know who Turbo Trace was, and she needed a 2.0, maybe even a golden version. And so allow yourself to have fun with that. Give yourself a rock star name, whatever it is, that really fires you up and gets that energy going and your blood pumping. And it's going to be an amazing year. Like, if you decide that it is, then it absolutely will be.
That's awesome. Yay, that's good. That's awesome. That's why you're the guru. Turbo Tracy. But seriously, I love that. I mean, even just celebrating the fact that you're here tonight, like, that's a big deal. You showed up. It's January 2nd. Like, yesterday was for most of us a day of like covers and blankets and pajamas and not much going on. And today you're here, and that's a big deal. And they say those who show up go up, and that has been a mantra in my business since day one. And so I'm appreciative of that. I think that should be celebrated. And I love, Ryan said, thank you for giving specific examples about amazing things that are sometimes easy to forget that we've already accomplished. And it's true. You already have everything within you that you need to do amazing things. And I was listening to a podcast that was talking about, like visualizing yourself at the end of the year. So at the end of 2018, look at yourself and who's standing there. What does she look like? What has she done? What has she accomplished? And what does she say to you? When you close your eyes and listen and visualize her, what is she going to say to you? What encouragement is she going to give you? What, like, you got this, and even advice maybe. Sometimes when people hit a level of new success, or maybe you achieved something in 2017 that was awesome that you're celebrating, but now you're a little bit like, well, what's next? They say new level, new devil. So like, maybe you did your Smart Start, and then you're like, well, where do I go from here? And maybe, you need to take a little time to remember that feeling of what you did succeed and what you did achieve, but then like give yourself the grace to discover what's next too. Don't continue to put pressure on, don't let that new devil talk you out of dreaming big again. So thank you, Tracy, for that tonight. And, that is all I have for this evening. Veronica, do you have anything else that you want to share before we sign off?
I do not. My family just got home, so.
Oh, so stay muted. I know how that goes. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. This will be posted on YouTube. I'll post the recording. And, Stephanie raised your hand. You need to say something. Was that an accident? Stephanie? I don't know. It might have been an accident. Okay. Thank you guys so much again. Oh, you're coming? All right. Where's Stephanie? Here's my question. Okay. I'm waiting with bated breath. The book I'm reading. Oh, I'm reading 3 books. Oh, I don't know what I mentioned. Oh, I mentioned the podcast, Jenny Blake's podcast, Pivot. And I posted the one on the Great Love Nation, but she's got a new one for 2018, like kind of reflecting on where you want to go this year. But it's Pivot. It's a podcast by Jenny Blake. It's also a book by Jenny Blake. Missy, you can ask a tax question. I'm not sure if we're going to have the answer for you, but go for it. Somebody might be able to answer. Yes, Pivot. Missy, I'm going to stop the recording, and then there you go. All right.